Good morning. I'm delighted to welcome the class of 2020 for our celebration of 2020 graduation. My name is Lauren McLean, and this is my first year serving as the Political Science Department Chair here at IU. This is the first time that I've welcomed our political science majors and graduate students and their families and friends to our graduation event. When I started this job last July, I had no idea that I would be giving this speech in my backyard and not in Woodburn Hall. None of us could have predicted this global pandemic and all of the many challenges we have faced. Our lives have been dramatically disrupted, and many of us have endured some terrible losses. When we were told in March that we could spend the rest of the spring semester at home, one of our first and biggest concerns was, how can we celebrate our graduating seniors? All of the faculty and staff look forward every year to this day as one of the most important of the year to celebrate your accomplishments. Of course, we would prefer to welcome you all in person in Woodburn Hall to this ceremony. Unfortunately, we cannot be together. This is definitely not the spring of your senior year or graduation that you anticipated. You've missed Little 500 and you've missed the graduation that you thought of in the big assembly hall. But we refuse to let this day pass without a lot of pomp and circumstance. Before I continue, I'd like to thank all of the faculty for contributing, and especially our fabulous staff for helping to organize this video celebration. In particular, I'd like to thank Jess Coulter, Jessica Williams, Jan Peterson, Chris McCann, Jackie Collison, Rick Watson, and our two advisors, Jean Myers and Sam Allen. Between us, in some ways, this video tribute and celebration of the class of 2020 is even better than it would normally be in Woodburn Hall. So some of you may have seen the YouTube comedy show called Some Good News, where the actor that played Jim in The Office highlights some of the good news and silver linings during this COVID crisis. So following in his steps, I'd like to point out just a few pieces of good news from the fact that our graduation is by video. Top 5. First, no transportation hassles. No long drive or plane trip for your entire family, no traffic around campus, no wait for parking by the stadium. You just decided that you wanted to watch the video. And click, you're here. Look at that. It was fast. Second, no long boring ceremonies or long walks across campus for multiple commencement events. Usually our grads and their families have to wait through a super long ceremony at the big IU-wide commencement, and then they have to hustle across campus to get to Woodburn Hall, where you get the real personal attention. Now you don't even have to sit through the boring parts. You can just skip ahead on the video. Third, no tough choices being forced to decide between conflicting events. You know, a number of our grads are very smart and very hardworking, and so they're double majors, and they would have been forced to make a tough choice. Do I celebrate with my Paul's friends and fabulous faculty, or maybe go to history or international studies or econ? Definitely cooler. But you didn't have to decide. Fourth, no conflicts about the food options. We usually cater a yummy lunch from Buffalo Louie's, chicken fingers, mac and cheese, sweet tea, lemonade, so we can spend some time with you and your family. But now the menu's totally up to you. You get to decide. And fifth, and this is really important, no pressure on getting all dressed up in fancy clothes and having to walk around in incredibly uncomfortable shoes for the entire day. You can wear anything you want. These past few weeks of online teaching have brought more than a few embarrassing moments on Zoom. So we've definitely learned what we must wear for a video recording and what may be, let's say, more optional. So you might not be wearing shoes. One of our PhD students who's graduating with us today was very happy to be able to defend his dissertation via Zoom completely barefoot. So seriously, even if this video celebration has a few benefits, we really do miss seeing all of you in person. I know that one of my favorite parts of graduation is having the chance to meet your parents, your extended family members, your grandparents, your friends who have done so much to support you on your path. Many of you have thanked them in your video clips, saying how critical their support was for you to succeed and get where you are today. I want to take a moment now and give them a round of applause and gratitude for all of the family members and loved ones who have supported our graduates over the years. The moms and dads and other family have many wonderful memories of these graduates from when they were growing up. They've watched them grow and learn many of the important lessons in life. Your families and friends have done a lot more than just helped with the tuition bills to IU. They've answered questions, they've talked through problems, given advice, and dreamed about the future with you. We all appreciate the support and guidance that you have given to our graduates, so thank you so much. I know that I personally miss meeting all of the families because I love to brag about your many achievements in the classroom, on campus, and to share what a unique person you are becoming. So with our tribute today, we'd like to congratulate you on your amazing accomplishment. You are graduating from IU and you have completed a major in political science. Your families may wonder, what can you do with a degree in political science? But you know that the options are limitless. We have alum that have graduated in political science before you that have gone on to become journalists, leaders of nonprofits, entrepreneurs, lawyers, judges, teachers, professors, consultants, or even politicians, hopefully the good ones. Through your classes and all of the other experiences that you've had on campus, you have learned to ask big, important questions, and you've developed the skills to answer them. You know the importance of thinking critically and living ethically, and you will undoubtedly become the future leaders that will act creatively to solve the problems that we face. In the rest of this video, you will hear from the faculty in the department, from the staff, and hear directly from many of our students. We may be starting a new tradition that we decide to keep even when we are fully back on campus. So, here we go.
Hello, my name is Aurelian Craiuzo, and I'm a professor of political science in our department. It is a great pleasure and honor for me as Director of Undergraduate Studies in our Department of Political Science to address you on this wonderful occasion and salute all of our 2020 graduates class. During the 4 years you've spent with us, we have asked you to do many things and complete many assignments and even take many exams. You are entitled to ask yourselves now, what was the purpose of this journey and what have you gained, if anything, by completing all these tasks? Was it worth your money and time, apart from the final degree that you are about to earn now? In some classes that you took in our department, you may have never come up with clear-cut answers to important questions such as what is democracy and what should we do to improve the functioning of our democratic institutions? This is the kind of questions that we all ask in our classes in one way or another. But you have not joined us, I hope, in order to passively receive such knowledge and ready-made answers. You have taken our classes to exert your minds, and we hope that you've been challenged along the way in a reasonable and profitable way. Above all, I hope that you did not take our classes merely to get grades. That's an important part of your education, but that you came ready and eager to enter into a conversation with your teachers, your colleagues, and above all, with all of the authors that you got to read in our classes. This conversation touched on many topics, but at the end of your journey, one in particular stands out, the purpose of liberal education. Let's recognize for a moment what unusual places classrooms are, classrooms in which we used to teach, at least until the recent crisis. Here you find teachers trying to address complex ideas and challenging books, and attempting to make them meaningful to a contemporary audience like you. But in order to get your full attention, those of us who teach liberal arts courses are supposed to offer you much more than a mere instruction. Education is a higher word because it implies the formation of character and the exercise of your highest faculties. A university is not a knowledge factory where everyone is expected to get at least a B with minimal effort. The internet would be enough for that, I think. A good university should give you a true liberal education whose aim is not only to impart knowledge, but to initiate you into the art of being a rounded human being by entering in a dialogue with the best that mankind has to offer. As we all have learned during this past semester, this can hardly be done only online. Lecturing is essential. A good lecture is supposed to promote learning by keeping students' minds active in teaching new ideas. Good lectures are not recitations or declamations of ready-made knowledge. Good lecturers, as we all aspire to be, teach students to debate. That is, how to craft an argument, how to present one's thoughts, how to dissect an opponent's ideas, how to say a lot in a few words. Finally, good professors teach students the art of listening and help them clear their minds by concentrating on what is really important. A good lecture is often a mental workout that counteracts the junk food of non-stop social media and offers a temporary break from the students' multitasking lives. And this brings me to the essence of liberal education in the proper sense of the word. Liberal means liberating, freeing individuals from the constraints of utility, from the constraints of monetary profit and narrow self-interest. Liberal is opposed to servile, which is mechanical employment in which the mind has little or no part to play. A truly liberal education is not utilitarian, does not minister to another end. It seeks to cultivate in our students critical sense, sound habits of thought, and good taste and sympathy for what is truly beautiful, good, and noble. A truly liberal education should teach you courtesy and propriety and polish of word and action, should give you an elegant vocabulary, attentiveness to nuances of style, a rich imagination, and a delicate taste that knows the difference between junk and gold. We should recognize that this liberating work, which is the true mission of what we aspire to offer you, is not an easy task. It takes a lot of work to become free in the aforementioned sense, not something that can be done in one day. In order for us to do our job properly, our students, you, must be teachable to begin with, that is, curious, open, hungry, and thirsty. A good education is like a guide for the perplexed. Hence, you must become and remain perplexed at the end, and we measure our success by the degree to which we have managed to make you more perplexed at the end of your journey. During the past years, my colleagues and I have invited you to enter into a conversation with the great minds of mankind from the past and the present. We did so by being convinced that by reading their works, we might help you start the journey towards yourselves. Become what you already are, Martin Luther once said. Do not go afar, seek within thyself, wrote St. Augustine. Socrates, the wise Athenian philosopher who never wrote anything, knew it well before Luther and Augustine. Know thyself. There is no better way of ending my brief address than by inviting you to listen to these great minds and reflect on their memorable words. Our role ends here, your role begins now. Be open, curious, hungry, and thirsty. Do not satisfy yourself with the intellectual junk food that is around you. Be realists, demand the impossible. Thank you very much for your attention.
When I imagined listening to graduation speeches, I didn't exactly picture watching them on videos from my bedroom. I pictured being in Memorial Stadium, wearing cap and gown, listening to a select few of my peers along with a successful public figure, imparting words of wisdom and inspiration. I'm not sure if I can promise you either, but I'll do my best. I had next to no idea as to what to expect when I arrived at Indiana University 4 years ago. As a first-generation college student, my exposure to university life was limited to television and word of mouth. I was excited and hopeful, but nervous. I was stepping into a whole new world. However, I quickly found my place, due in no small part to the IU Political Science Department. Deciding to study political science was an easy enough decision. I'd been interested in politics all throughout high school and wanted to delve deeper into that interest in college. But I'll be the first to admit that plan to delve deeper was not exactly equivalent to learning more. Coming out of high school, I was headstrong, argumentative, with strong opinions, and convinced I knew plenty. Like many future political science majors, I expected my classes to be dominated by debates over the big issues in American politics, where I would get a chance to prove how right my views were. But like I said, I didn't truly know what to expect when coming to college, and this expectation would not match reality. Far from vitriolic debates about current events, what I found was thoughtful discussion and analysis of how politics works. At first, I was kind of disappointed. I wanted to start fights in class. But before long, I came to appreciate this education more deeply than I could ever express. Classes such as modern political thought, Russian Soviet foreign policy, and constitutional rights and liberties proved to me just how little I really knew, and forced me to challenge my most basic assumptions about politics. I have learned endless lessons from my time at the IU Political Science Department. My knowledge of how politics works, or rather, our constantly developing ideas of how we think it works, has increased so much from when I began my studies. However, even more important than the substantive knowledge I've gained is the thinking ability I've refined. Studying political science has taught me the importance of leaving one's pre-existing notions at the door, of approaching problems and conventional wisdom with an open mind and a skeptical lens, of detaching oneself, but at the same time caring deeply about the great challenges we face. I've experienced so much personal and intellectual development in this department, and it would not have been possible without the many intelligent professors and peers I've had. Open and respectful discourse with you all has helped me grow so much, and I can't thank you all enough. But even as the several years have changed me, and hopefully you all for the better, it's hard to say the same about the world at large. We're graduating into a global pandemic the likes of which humanity has not seen in a century, which has in turn triggered a historic global recession. But while the twin shocks of public health and economic calamity dominate the news, we cannot forget the numerous other challenges that have emerged and worsened in recent years. Political and cultural polarization pits citizen against citizen, even in the most stable and democratic of countries. Globalization has delivered great gains to some, but has provoked sharp backlash among those who feel they've only been hurt. The international system is in flux. As old powers fade, new powers arise, and disenchanted publics turn inward. And of course, we can't forget that lurking in the background is a changing, warming climate that poses a host of risks to human ways of life, both now and in the future. However, you're all more than aware of this. As political science majors, we have devoted ourselves to understanding these challenges. Working with our professors and each other, we have been equipped with the knowledge and tools to navigate and hopefully address them. After graduation, we all go our own ways, engage with our own pursuits, whether in public service, the private sector, nonprofit work, or academia. But regardless of where we go, we have been well equipped to face the political challenges of the coming decades. We have the knowledge and analytical ability to be active, informed citizens, and that's thanks to our time here together at Indiana University. Thank you.
Hi, fellow graduates. My name is Lauren Meadows, and I'm honored to be addressing you all virtually as one of the department's undergraduate student speakers. I'm from Fishers, Indiana, and will be graduating with majors in political science, history, and Spanish this May. I want to congratulate each and every one of you on graduating, especially considering the difficult last few months we've had. I, like every other senior, have mixed emotions at this time. Pride in what I've accomplished, anxiety at what lies ahead, and sometimes a sadness about the state of the world. And there's not a lot that anyone can say that will ease those fears, and I'm honestly exhausted when I think about it too much. But know that you're not alone, and try to remember that what we've accomplished deserves celebration in however way that we can. I also want to commend you for graduating with a degree in political science. I think it's safe to say the public health crisis we know today has exposed long-standing weaknesses in public policy, governmental administration, and in too many of our leaders. We are delving into a complex political landscape, which probably consists of more problems and solutions and more questions than answers. but I am confident that we have the tools we need to approach our political problems with smart, informed ideas and an empathy that informs our decision making. We have both the theoretical knowledge and practical skills necessary to make a positive impact on our politics, and I believe that we have a responsibility to do so. No one has all the answers, but the least that we can do is engage thoughtfully with politics and policy when we can, and encourage others to do the same. No matter your intentions or plans post-grad, I hope that your graduation from one of the oldest and most highly esteemed political science departments in the country inspires you to use your degree for good. I want to thank the department, both faculty and staff members, for everything they've done for us. You've given us more theory to read and case briefs to write than I think we know what to do with, but I believe that we're all walking out of Woodburn more informed and more engaged because of it. Thanks for taking the time to listen. Congrats to all, and go Hoosiers.
Congratulations to the class of 2020. My name is Deepam Patel, and as a fellow political science graduate, I am happy to share this monumental moment in our lives. I want to start off by thanking the professors in the political science department, especially Professors Barber, Wright, and McLean, for having such a valuable impact on my journey here at IU. They've taught me so much over the past 4 years and have provided valuable guidance for my future career aspirations as well. The best decision I made 4 years ago was to attend Indiana University. I've made countless memories here from attending sporting events, IU Rally Dance Marathon, and Little 500 festivities. Bloomington has been a home away from home for me, along with many of you, and it will forever have a place in my heart. Along the way, I have made lifelong friends and colleagues who allowed me to grow as an individual. I also had the opportunity to learn from many different perspectives while I was at IU, and was fortunate to spend my final semester here in DC, the steps of the Capitol. It's only right to be speaking to you from the epicenter of politics. Even during such an overwhelming moment in history, it's important to pat yourselves on the back for all the hard work you have endured over the last 4 years. Our graduating class will forever be a historic class that graduated during IU's bicentennial. It's okay if some of you are frustrated and upset that your graduation was taken away from you. It's how we deal with obstacles that define who we are and what we are capable of. This is not the end, but the beginning of the next chapter of our lives. I know that many of my peers will go on to represent IU all over the world in prestigious roles, and some may even end up right where I'm standing as the next generation of leaders. So go on and take time to celebrate the moment with family and friends as you've earned this. Congratulations, class of 2020. Go Hoosiers.
My name is Alyssa Ardema, and I am graduating this semester with a degree in political science, biology, certificate in political and civic engagement, and a minor in leaders and leadership. I'd like to thank my friends, family, and most importantly, my parents for getting me this far. And I'm happy to announce that I'll be going to Maurer School of Law in the fall for the next 3 years, so Bloomington can't get rid of me. The thing I love most about the Bloomington area is probably the wonderful plants and animals that live there, so I'm very excited to be staying and feeding the squirrels for another 3 years. Congrats, everybody.
My name is Blake Clifford. Outside of political science, I received a minor in religious studies and a certificate in political and civic engagement. After school, I will be continuing school here at IU in pursuit of my Master of Public Affairs through SPIA. Overall, I'd just like to thank my family, friends, other loved ones, professors and colleagues all throughout my undergrad that have helped me. I couldn't have done it without any of you guys.
Hey, congratulations to class of 2020, and specifically my fellow IU political science graduates. My name is Gabriel Donnelly, and I'm going to be receiving a BA in political science and a certificate from the PACE program. I want to say a specific thank you to the political science department for putting this on. At least we can say goodbye to each other in one last digital format. It's surprising what you miss when you're not able to be on campus. Some of my favorite memories have been seeing a spring around Woodburn Hall and the Shorewalter Fountain, and you can still sort of see that, but it's just not the same. I want to say a specific thank you to all the students and faculty that inspired me, and specifically the PACE program, of which I'll get a certificate. They've helped me guide my direction and my studies in the undergraduate sphere and have provided me with a lot of opportunities that I wouldn't have had before. So I know that it's not an ideal situation to be graduating in, but I'm sure the class of 20 will be memorable in more than just this one way. Thanks.
Hi, my name is Forrest Cottrell. I'm a political science major graduating this May. I also have a second major in French as well as a minor in public policy analysis through the O'Neill School. My plans were to leave in June with the Peace Corps to teach English in Benin, West Africa. That's obviously been delayed, so that won't happen until at least October. So I hope to do that by the end of the year. After that, I'd like to pursue a master's in public affairs and eventually join the State Department's Foreign Service. I'd like to thank Doctors Bill Bianco and Chris DeSanti for their leadership in founding the IPAW program. I was part of that inaugural cohort, and it's a great program. I can't wait to see it grow. I was able to gain a lot of new skills that would have led to great job opportunities, including my internship at the State Department and my current position at the Bloomington Boys and Girls Club. One of my favorite memories of being a political science major is studying and attending IPAW talks in the gorgeous Social Science Research Commons. It's just a spectacular place to spend time. I know it was only supposed to be for graduate students, but no one ever stopped me, so I love to spend time there. And I'm going to miss walking around the halls of Woodburn Hall. Go Hoosiers. Thank you.
Hi, my name is Ed Lockwood. I'm a political science major with a minor in music. I would like to thank, of course, my family, my friends from Bloomington, Indiana, those that I still talk to, that is, everyone within Camp Kesem, my brothers in ASIG, and professors within my major that I'd like to thank, Delecki, Failer, Jeff Isaac, and the legend Marge Hershey. Outside of my major, I would like to thank Tyrone Cooper, Glenn Gass, another legend, Andy Hollenden, Barb Cherry, and Professor Scott Kotchin within the American Sign Language Department. All of them have contributed to my education in such tremendous ways, and after graduation, I plan on getting a haircut as soon as possible. Thank you.
Hi, my name is Kelsey Napier, and I'm so excited to be graduating this May with my degree in political science. I'm also graduating with minors in psychology and law and public policy and a certificate in political and civic engagement. And in the fall, I'm going to be starting my next chapter back at IU at the Maurer School of Law, so I'm really excited to see what all that has in store. I just wanted to give a quick shout out to my parents and thank them for all that they've done for me these past 4 years. I know that none of this would have been possible without them, and I cannot thank them enough. And then a favorite IU memory that I always think of is probably my first time at a basketball game, and I think it's just amazing to feel that sense of community and know that you're a part of something so special being a Hoosier. So thank you IU, thank you political science, and congrats to all of the other grads.
My name is Elizabeth O'Keefe, and I'm graduating with a Bachelor of Arts in Political Science, and I hope to pursue a career in public relations in the future. But right now, I just want to thank all of my family and friends for being so supportive of me throughout my career at IU. This is going to be an experience that I never forget. And I also just want to wish all of my fellow graduates a lot of luck as we take this next step into our futures.
Hi, my name is Emily Powell, and I'm graduating with a major in political science and a minor in psychology. Currently, I'm home in Australia, and I plan to go to law school next year. I'd really like to thank everyone who's made these last 4 years the best 4 years of my life. I've had some incredible experiences and made some amazing friends, and I will be forever grateful for my experience. Go Hoosiers.
Hey there, my name is Noah Rand, and I'm graduating this spring with a BA in political science and a minor in business. After graduation, I'll be trying to pursue a career in government affairs or public relations. In a year or two down the road, I hope to be pursuing a master's in public administration. Probably my favorite memory at IU still is freshman year when we beat MSU at football. I just remember the energy in that stadium being unmatched. Before I end, I'd like to extend special thanks in particular to Professor Regina Smith and the former department head Marjorie Hershey. I wish we were all graduating under better circumstances, but I have faith that there's a bright future ahead for me as well as the other spring graduates.
Hello, my name is Samuel James Reynolds, and I am graduating with a major in political science and economics. I'm planning on going into the job market for 2 years and eventually becoming an economist. I'd like to thank my family and friends, most especially my mother, Jill Reynolds, and my little brother, Jason Seymour. I really appreciate both of them and also all of the teachers and professors who I've met along the way who pushed me to become a better student and better person. Thank you. This is all thanks to you guys.
Hi there, my name is Madeline Roger, and I'm graduating with a Bachelor's of Science in Political Science, a minor in Marketing, and a certificate in Political and Civic Engagement. I'd like to thank my parents and my friends and Indiana University Dance Marathon for a wonderful 4 years full of some great memories. I'd like to thank the Department of Political Science for all the opportunities and growth that they've provided for me over the last couple of years. Congratulations to my fellow students. We did it. Thank you guys so much.
My name is Ethan Smith, and I'm graduating with majors in political science, philosophy, and French. My plans for after graduation are to attend graduate school in Bologna, Italy, though these plans, like many others, have sort of been tossed into the air of uncertainty for the moment. It's forced me and many others to create backup plans after backup plans after backup plans, such that it feels like the only thing that we're really certain about right now is the fact that we indeed are uncertain about what is to come. However, we're graduating with degrees in political science from Indiana University, and that's something really to be proud of. And I think I speak on behalf of everyone that's graduating when I say that what we have learned, what we have gained over the past several years has been so much more than we ever could have imagined. With that being said, I just want to thank all of the professors and all of the staff members in the political science department for helping us get to where we are today. For everything is thanks to you all. For everything that we have learned in and outside of the classroom really is thanks to you all. It feels like a debt that we just are unable to repay, literally and figuratively, of course. So now it's time for us to use what we've gained over the past several years and bring it out into a world that really needs it. Congratulations to everyone, and go Hoosiers.
Hi everyone, my name is Antoine Van Dyke. Along with my political science major, I was pursuing a minor in history and an honors business certificate with the LAMP program. After graduation, I'm returning to Bloomington to participate in the MSIS program, which, if you don't know, that is a master's in information systems, which I'm very excited to start. I'd like to thank my parents first and foremost for providing me the opportunity to get this education, and then not only but to be able to extend it further with different kinds of experiences. And that brings me to my favorite memory in my time at IU, and that would be my study abroad opportunities. I was fortunate enough to study abroad twice, once in India and once in France, and they were absolutely life-changing experiences. So thank you for listening to me, and go Hoosiers.
Hello, my name is Yu Yang. I'm very happy I'm going to graduate, so I spent a lot of time on choosing a filter for this video. Hope you like it. I also have an anthropology major, and I will take one more math course this summer. Hopefully I can also get a math degree. I want to thank my parents, all my instructors and friends and classmates in IU. Without all of your support, I cannot be here today. But I want to particularly thank Professor Failer. I took 3 classes with her, and she taught me not only knowledge but the way of thinking when facing choices. Thank you, Professor Failer. I will apply what I learned in your class to my future career. I enjoy every day in Bloomington. This is a beautiful city, and also I love IU. I love the life in IU. After graduation, I'm going to work for 1 year for an NGO organization, and I will also apply to law school in this year. Good luck to me. Good luck to you. All the best. Thank you.
Hello, my name's Lauren McLean, and I would like to recognize one of our PhD students, Stefan Carpenter. Stefan completed his degree in the Joint PhD program in Public Policy. This is a partnership between political science and SPIA when he started, now the O'Neill School of Public and Environmental Affairs. Stefan also spent a good deal of his time, in addition between SPIA and political science, at the Ostrom Workshop, where his research engaged with questions about governance in the commons. Stefan came to IU with a law degree from Penn and professional experience advocating for wildlife conservation issues in Namibia. His dissertation then explored whether and how community-based natural resource management programs for wildlife conservation were successful. His project employed mixed method research, combining statistical analysis of aggregate data on poaching, a lab experiment on behavioral motivations, and a local level survey in several conservancies in Namibia. Stefan has benefited from the love and encouragement of his wife and 2 sons and extended family while working toward the degree. In the fall, he will be starting a position in environmental law and policy at the Florida Gulf Coast University. Congratulations, Stefan.
Hello, folks. My name is Karen Rassler, and I am Yehuda McGee's dissertation advisor. I'm here to send a congratulatory note to Yehuda for formally completing his dissertation and earning his PhD degree. The title of Yehuda's dissertation is Explaining the Occurrence and Dynamics of Dominant Group Violence, Uncertainty, Threat, and Settler Violence in the West Bank. This is an important dissertation in several ways. First, it is theoretically compelling because it weaves together key arguments from psychology, sociology, and political science. And these arguments help us to understand why we observe political violence in a particularly difficult part of the world. Besides the theory, the dissertation is based on an original data set that is massive in scale and scope. The data is especially important because it is pitched or collected at the micro level. It helps us to understand and document the interactions between governments, elites, and dissident actors. In political science, this kind of micro-level data is rare. Finally, this dissertation presents strong evidence for understanding political violence in general. The evidence is built on a mixed methods approach, integrating quantitative data with sophisticated statistical models and qualitative data based on elite interviews in the field. Before I send a personal note to Yehuda, I would like to congratulate Danielle, his wife, Galil, his son, and of course Rafiki, his beloved 4-legged companion. I know that your love and sacrifice has enabled Yehuda to finish his work. Your inspiration over these years is an important reason for Yehuda's success. In addition, I would like to congratulate Yehuda's parents, who've provided much needed support and advice over a lifetime to help Yehuda reach this point. I also know that your input has been more than invaluable during this dissertation process. Finally, I get to address you personally, Yehuda. Congratulations. I'm proud to have been your dissertation advisor. It's been a pleasure working with you over these years. I've enjoyed watching you grow and progress as a scholar and a teacher. You're just simply outstanding. You've always been professional, courteous, and dedicated to your work and to your colleagues. So good luck in your future endeavors. I know you're going to be terrific at whatever comes your way. Stay in touch, and goodbye for now.
Hi, my name's Kevin. I have finally defended and submitted my dissertation, and I wanted to thank a few people who have been a big help along the way. So starting with the staff of the Poli-Sci department, people like Jan and Chris, and both Jessicas, of course all the faculty that I've had over the last few years, several years, the directors of graduate studies, and all those great folks like that. My committee, of course, Tim and Beth and Abdul Qadir, and my wife and family and friends who have been such a huge support for me. And last but certainly not least, I want to thank my advisor, Lauren, for her infinite patience and tireless advocacy and support of my work. Thank you all.
Hello, my name is Lauren McLean, and I would like to recognize our PhD student, now Dr. Kevin Tabor. I served as Kevin's mentor and dissertation chair. Kevin has also benefited from the insight and support of several other committee members, including Tim Helwig, Abdul Qadir Sino, and Beth Bugenhagen. Kevin has recently successfully defended his thesis. In fact, he just uploaded the dissertation to ProQuest this past Friday. Woo! His dissertation investigates how some Ghanaian migrant associations in the American Midwest bundle more expansive economic and political remittances back to their home country of Ghana. For Kevin's dissertation, he conducted ethnography, did interviews, and completed archival research in several Midwestern cities with over 40 migrant associations. Kevin definitely knows the best African festivals in the Midwest. His thesis shows how co-ethnicity leads not only to more economic remittances, but also democratic ones, where migrant groups demand accountability and transparency from local Ghanaian elites. Kevin's wife, Jonna, is a veterinarian in Bloomington, and so their house is usually full of animals. Jonna and their family have provided love and support through all of the ups and downs of being a doctoral student. In addition to his innovative work on transnational politics, Kevin is also a fantastic teacher who gets rave reviews from his students. We know that you will be a favorite professor and find much success in the months to come. Congratulations, Kevin.
Hi, my name is Maria Walker and I'm graduating from the Department of Political Science. I successfully defended my dissertation in January. My dissertation is about gender quotas, dynastic politics, and women's representation in Pakistan. My dissertation would not have been possible without the support of two amazing women who served on my committee. One of them is Lauren McLean, who is my chair, and the other is Diana Bryan, who is now at Rice in Houston. Both of them were so generous with their time, guidance, supervision. I'm incredibly grateful to them. I'm also really grateful to the rest of my committee members, Dr. Sumit Ganguly, Dr. Tim Helwig, Dr. Timothy Hallett. I also want to thank the staff at the Political Science Department, Jan, Jess, Chris, Jessica, Amanda, who's no longer there, the Director of Graduate Studies, Bill Sherman, who's incredibly responsive and helpful. It's been a long journey full of personal upheavals for me, and I'm so happy to graduate.
Hello, my name is Lauren McLean, and I would like to recognize one of our fantastic PhD students, now Dr. Maria Wakar. I was delighted to serve as Maria's dissertation chair. Maria also enjoyed the insight and support of a terrific committee that included Shumeet Ganguly, Diana O'Brien, who's now at Rice in Houston, and Tim Helwig. Maria successfully defended her thesis this past January. Maria's dissertation investigates how gender quotas shape female representation and legislative performance in Pakistan. She created an original data set of legislation and conducted elite interviews with female legislators in Pakistan to discover how they really thought about their roles. Maria's research makes a unique theoretical contribution to our understanding of gender quotas and dynastic or family-based politics. Maria is currently reunited with her husband and young daughter as they relocate for their work. Maria is focused on applying for non-academic jobs as a research analyst and gender specialist, perhaps for a think tank or nonprofit organization. We also hope that she'll take the time to turn her fabulous dissertation into a book. Congratulations, Maria.
Hi, my name's Tim Helwig, and I had the pleasure of serving as Edwin Way's dissertation chair. Edwin wrote a great dissertation called The Policy-Induced Deindustrialization, the Contrasting Economic Trajectories of England and the Dutch Republic in the 18th Century. And I just wanted to congratulate Edwin on a job well done. I think he had a lot of really important things to say in his dissertation, cast some light and some questions on the current neoliberal thinking when it comes to economic development, and he showed how much we can learn from the past. All the best, Edwin. Take care.
Hi there, it's Catherine Johnson. I'm getting ready to defend my dissertation, Women's Participation in Community Life and Politics in Mali and Burkina Faso, French Colonial Legacies and Contemporary Associational Life on June 3rd. My next project will have a shorter title, I promise. It's graduation, it's a little weird. I'm making this video. I'd like to thank my wonderful advisor, Lauren McLean, and my great committee members, Professor Mike McGinnis, Gardner Bovingdon, and Maria Grossengate for their support. I taught African politics for the political science department this semester. I'd like to include a shout out to the 2 graduating seniors in that class, Celia Dawson and Max Frazier. I'm thinking of you, you're wonderful. I wish you both the best. And I would like to let Henrietta say hello. Henrietta is a wonderful dog, and without her, I would not have been able to complete this project. So I would like to ask that Henrietta receive an honorary dog turret from the department. That's my request. Best wishes to everyone. That's all from me and Henrietta for now.
Hello, my name is Lauren McLean, and I'm here to recognize one of our PhD students, Catherine Johnson. I served as Catherine's mentor and dissertation chair. Catherine has had the support of a terrific committee, in addition to myself, that includes Gardner Bovingdon, Mike McGinnis, and Maria Grossengate. Catherine has written an outstanding dissertation that examines why women participate in different ways in very similar regions on either side of the border in Burkina Faso and Mali. In addition to qualitative methods, Catherine was supported by FLAS fellowships to study Bamana for several years at IU. Catherine then received a prestigious grant from the SSRC to conduct over a year of intensive ethnographic fieldwork in Burkina Faso, Mali, and Senegal. She lived and talked with women and men, accompanying them and observing them in their everyday lives, to learn about how they participate and think about politics. Catherine will be defending this June, and this fall, she'll be starting a tenure track position at the University of Louisville. We are so excited that she won't be too far from us at IU. She'll be accompanied by her very sweet dog and companion, Henrietta. We are all so proud of Catherine's hard work and are so happy for this next stage of her life and her career. Finally, I want to remember that Catherine lost her mom to cancer not long after she returned from the field. This was incredibly difficult. She was very close to her mom as an only child, and I know that she thinks of her often, but especially at these kinds of significant moments. I know in my heart that Catherine's mom is watching and that she would be so proud of everything that she has accomplished, and most importantly, of the kind and compassionate person, colleague, and teacher that Catherine is every day. Congratulations, Catherine.
Hi, Daphne. I want to congratulate you on your achievement of a PhD. I have never known anyone who had to face more personal hardships and overcome more bureaucratic obstacles than you. And it's just amazing what you have accomplished. Your tenacity has been extraordinary. Nobody ever worked harder to obtain a PhD, that's for sure. I'm in awe of your efforts. I wish you the best of luck in all your endeavors going forward. And I know that the character traits you got you this far are going to serve you very, very well in the years to come. Best of luck from all my heart.
Hi, my name is Tim Helbig, and I was dissertation chair for Vinan Castart's dissertation. Vinan wrote a great dissertation called Regime Legacies and Domestic Peace, Evidence from Latin America. It's a shame that we can't be having this celebration in person, but this is the next best thing, and I'm really proud of the work that Vineland did, especially in showing how, calling into question rather, how neoliberal prescriptions may not always be the best for achieving economic growth. All the best, Vineland, and best of luck.
Hello, 2020 grads. I know this isn't the graduation ceremony you had envisioned when you came here as freshmen, and it's certainly not the one that we had envisioned for you. But you know what? Every class that comes out has got a story to tell, and boy, you guys have a great story to tell. You're going to come out into the world in circumstances that will forge you like fire and give you something to tell your grandchildren about, your great-grandchildren about. You will have been here at this momentous time where so many things in the nation were changing, so many challenges were apparent, so many opportunities opened up. What an incredible time. I know it's a big pain and everybody hates it, and God, the losses are immeasurable. But it doesn't mean that it's not an amazingly interesting and incredible time to be alive. I wish you all the very best. I hope you stay in touch with us. Come back and tell us what it is you've made out of your lives, how you're doing. We can't wait to hear from you. Take care. God bless.
Hi everyone, it's Sam. I wanted to take a moment to congratulate you on completing your senior year. I know that it has been an incredibly difficult semester for all of you, and I'm so proud of what you have accomplished. Congratulations and good luck in all of your future endeavors.
Hi, my name is Bill Sharman. I teach political theory in our department. I'm also the Director of Graduate Studies. And I very much wish I could physically be together with all of you today. Obviously, that's not possible. As Graduate Director, let me begin by congratulating the PhD students. This is quite an achievement. You worked very long, very hard. I want to wish you all the best of luck. Again, I wish I could be there to shake your hands. Who would have guessed that we'd become nostalgic about handshaking, but I've become nostalgic about handshaking. I miss doing that. But congratulations to all of you. I also, of course, want to congratulate the undergraduates. This is also a huge achievement. It's also taken a couple of years, 4 years in many cases, right? Maybe 5 in some cases. Very much enjoyed getting to know you, very much enjoyed. Quite a few of you have had courses with me. I know a number of you have taken Introduction to Political Theory with me. A number of you have had political ideologies or modern political thought with me. Again, I really wish we could be together to celebrate. We can't. I just want to wish you all the best. You're entering a pretty tough job market. For those of you who are going out and looking for jobs, I want to wish you the very best of luck. Maybe some of you will end up back in grad school in a master's program or a PhD program. Be happy to talk with you about that. Maybe you don't want to leave IU so fast after all. We have a wonderful PhD program here. Congratulations to everybody. Congratulations to any parents who might be watching this. Again, my very, very best to all of you. Thank you very much. It's been a real honor being able to work with you over the course of the last couple of years. Thanks.
Hi, greetings everybody. I'd like to take this opportunity to congratulate our graduates of political science. My name is Tim Helwig. I'm a professor in political science. As I'm sure others have said, this is not an ideal way to do this, but nonetheless, we wanted to make sure that we don't forget about our esteemed graduates who are setting forth on bigger and better things in their lives.
So I hope you've enjoyed our video tribute, our celebration of the class of 2020. Thank you for being with us, and congratulations all of the graduates of 2020.